Okay, off to the next roll. It's end cap. Both memorials. Let's see what we got. Open it up. Pull little tabs off the end. I don't care how old this gets. It really doesn't. Sometimes you least expect it. You find a real nice coin. Let's see what we got. Alright. At first glance, we've got a nice variety of tones. And, that's just the memorial. And just kind of look through it quick, see if anything pops out. Nothing really. So let's move right on to the microscope. Just shrink that back down so we can see what we're looking at. Alright. Let's go ahead first off the top. T97 Denver. Nothing crazy going on. On the back, nothing. Typical. Next one, 2016. Nothing crazy. This crusty one, 1999. Ooh, and make that out. See if it's a wide AM or not. Let's say it's not. Send it back to the bank. 22. Crusty new coin. I'll count it on 93. The zinc crud coming up. Nothing on the back. Get rid of you. T90. Nothing. No shaking, no moving. Up to the bank. 17. Ishk. Parking lot coin. Looks like somebody turned their wheel on top of it. 07. Nasty. A sink. Something that got stuck in a sink. 2018. Nothing. 2019. Nothing. Oh, nothing yet. 23. I'll tell you, we got a bunch of coins, new coins with a lot of damage on it. Nothing there. And moving on. Look at that. 21. Ratty looking coins. Actually, this one, say it had a feeder finger error, but it didn't. Hope for it. What a mess. Hey, this is probably one of the worst rolls I've ever opened up. 2016. But you know you're gonna get it. Especially with the zinc pennies that I plated. 2013. Oof. Let's move through these quick. 2020. Thought I saw something. Nothing there. Let's get back to something that might be decent. 73. Copper. No issues on the reverse. Goes in the copper pile. 2018. Nothing. 14. little bit of a wood grain going, but nothing interesting really. Excuse me. 2016. Nothing. 1983. This looks like it's zinc because of all that highlighting. You can see the zinc coming through. Same on the back, but you want to check. I'm pretty sure it's zinc, but it's a 3 grams, 3-1. You found a good one. But no, it's 2.5. T90. Why bother? 22. It's like PMD there. Thumbprints. What an ugly roll of coins, let me tell you. 2018. Just don't know why that happens. It just happens. There's a certain section of the run, they had a bunch of junk in it. 68. Check the reverse. Off to copper. 22. Nothing. 94 Denver. Nothing. 21. Look at those thumbprints, huh? 21. 1881 copper. Still ratty looking. But it's copper nonetheless. Goes in the copper pile. 2002. I may have to open up another roll just to make up for this bad one here. 21. 2013. Nope. 2018. Someone give me something here. 2018. Nope. 79. Little off center. Nothing crazy going on. 79. You off to copper. I don't even know if I should look at that. 2017. No, back to the bank. 07. Ratty. Nothing going on. 71. It's the chalky looking 71. 81. It's a common 81 copper. 23. No extra V. No issues on the reverse. It's another 23. Bend it over. No extra V. Everything intact. Off to the bank. 2016. Nothing there. I think I'm going to grab another roll. This one very disappointing. 2015. Nothing. You got them. I mean, you got to. Oh no, what do we got here? 1982. That could be a heavy grease strike. Struck through grease era. Let's check out the back. And actually, I'm gonna say that's what's going on. reason why I say that, I mean, I don't think somebody sandblasted it. Highly doubt it. It's an 82 large date. Almost looks like it has a little die clash coming through. Interesting. Well, this is one of those coins you say, well, it might be a grease error. Probably is. Let's see if it's copper or zinc. It's zinc. So, zinc coin with this kind of surface. You know what? I'm gonna just say unknown. Could be one die. Well, I doubt that. It's definitely. I'd say it's a heavy grease error. I'm gonna put it aside, check it out later, really look at it. I mean, you know, could be 2000. I got my spring allergy today. I gotta check how wide I am. Nope. Nope. Back to the bank. 1991. You know, if you have any ideas about that 82, if it's a grease error or, you know, if somebody sandblasted it, you'd see some of the zinc coming through, right? My guess. Look at that. This is a 82D large date. So check to see if it's copper. Yep, it's copper. If it was a small date, we'd be singing a song right now. But it's not. It's the large date. And it is copper. It goes in the copper pile. Let somebody get excited over it. 2019. I see people trying to pawn them off as the real McGill. It's like, yeah, that's a large date. Nah, they don't care. They try to get somebody to dump $1,000 on it. You know, eBay, they should really not allow that. Enough people say, hey, you know, that's not the real thing. You know, pull it down and block the person. That's scamming. Hey, somebody may not know better and just buy it. And I'm not. People play games like that. 23. No extra V. And another 23. No extra V. Ratty looking. Just a nasty looking coin. I'm gonna do the right thing. And this video was on the short side. I'm gonna grab another roll. Let's see, it's another one I'm opening up. I'm not gonna go close in on this. I'm just gonna open it up quick. You'll see. I'm not playing games, switching and moving things around. This is actually being opened up and will be searched. Let's get it all ready. I like to lay them down. And first one, your 62D. Nice hard strike. A little moldy. All kind of copper. What we got here? 23. No extra V. No issues on the reverse. 76. Typical for that vintage. Off to the copper. 2004. Nothing special here. 89. Rowdy looking coin. Yeah. There you got him. Yeah, a 17. This one is beaten down. It's probably, I guess this coin was compressed in some way. We'll know. See, the cladding is up. To pass this off as a grease strike, which it could be, would be disingenuous. I'm just looking at the numbering. 2017 looks a little fat, like it's been compressed. I don't know. That's one of those, yeah, what do you do with it? I might just, I'm not going to split hairs over this. Send it back to the bank. 1888. Something looks odd here. There's like crinkling up by the top, or the bottom, the top. Nothing really. It looked like it was brushed. I don't know if that's from the mint, from cleaning the die, I don't know. But it's not, it is what it is. I'll let it go back to the bank. It's very odd. And when you go to the trouble of brush it, go back to the bank. 82, large date. And check the weight. It's zinc. Back to the bank. 2020. Blowing bubbles. Back to the bank. 94. Close I am. Nothing there. 2020. Nothing there. 1890. Alrighty, 90. Back to the bank. Around a little bit. You mix them up, you get lucky, right? 69. And I saw double. No. 69. And, it's got a halfway floater with not so clear initials, but it's not a true floater. We're gonna let it go to the copper pile. Let somebody find it. Have fun with it. 2017. And I mentioned in the previous video, and I'll put a link in this one too. My eBay page. I sell the copper by the pound. I always throw in a little extra, and I also mix in modern mint errors, oddities. I say errors. This one almost looks like there's a cud sitting on that. Let's just make sure it's not a dent. Yeah, it looks more like a dent. Yep, that's a dent. It's 1980. And a copper file. 94D. Going on. 83. It's a little light. I think it's a N had a little doubling, but nothing. It's a chip. Zinc. Back to the back. 2000. Close AM. No good. 94. Nothing going on. 23. I think we got a V. We have an extra V. It's a unicorn. Yeah, there's a V there. But you know, I've seen them really stamped hard, or however it got there, they're very clear. This one is like questionable, depending on what light you put it in. But yeah, you can see it right around there. Sometimes a microscope with the light, it sends a bad reflection. Being that could be, definitely see something there. I'm going to throw it in with my bulk coins, the coppers. They're all not copper. I mean, 99.9% of them are, but I do send some modern era coins of oddities. That one's iffy. You know what? If they want to make hay over it, have at it. If not, you know, spend it. It's a penny. I'm not going to say it's an extra V. I saw something. Looks like a V. Could be. Let them have it. I sold one recently, but it was a nice clear one. What I got? $10. And it was a really nice one. So, you know, there's no dispute. You can see clearly see the V. That one, it's a unicorn. They call them unicorns. See, I thought I saw a unicorn. What we got here? Oh, one is ratty. Another one, that parking lot coin. Let's see, we got a little shiny 22 here. Nothing going on. I saw a spike head on there, but yeah, I don't know. Not even a spike head. Not a unicorn spike head. 88. Zinc. That's not real. It looks like it's just been stained. You know, it probably was another coin laying on top, and for too long it got stained or damaged. I'm not going to claim it any other way. Back to the bank. There's a nice mint toned, mixed mint tone, 69. Let's see. Clearly the roof is not detached. That's a nice looking coin. A little muddy. Might come off with the ultrasound, but it's going into the copper pile. What else? Play with it. 02. No issues. Like a little doubling on that C. It's more of a shadowing. That's a clad ripple. You see, it's not a true double. I wouldn't even say it's a machine double. It's just from the strike, the clad ripples a little bit. Some of this cladded pennies. It happens a lot in the late 90s. I send them back. I'm not going to say one way or the other, unless it's real severe, and let people judge on their own. Say, you know, look at that. And I have sold them. I've sold a heavy rippled 98. You'd think for $2, but you know, somebody wanted it. Let it go. Okay, 82 small date. See, looks like it's zinc though. Let's just check it out. zinc. Wouldn't matter either way. Then they're not worth anything. Zinc or copper, unless I had a D on it, and it was copper. So I was telling about before about that ripple. Well, started seeing it. Sometimes you see things that aren't there. 94. Let that one go. 85. A ratty coin. See, it has some clear details, but nothing special here. Back to the bank. That one went on the floor. 97. It's actually got a nice wood texture. You hold it to the light like that. A little woody going on here. Nothing crazy. I've seen a lot nicer ones, but nonetheless, could say that that's a woody. But, I'm gonna pass on this one. I'm not gonna list it. But now I'm questioning, should I throw it in with the copper pennies? And somebody, finds it and says, oh, look at that. I might do that. I'll throw it in with the coppers. I would say it's an error. It's just a variety. Look at that, 72. What ran you over? So 72D. You gotta always pay close attention to these 72s. I think even with this damage, if you had double lettering on the top, it'd still be worth something. It'd be unfortunate, but if you saw double lettering up here, list it. It would be a nice conversation piece. But this one doesn't have any. It's clean, so it goes into the copper pile. 2016. Close AM. 94. Close AM. 77. Heaviness, in God we trust. But there was a mid error. Let someone else decide. Put it in with the copper. 82 with mint luster. You see, sometimes the microscopes don't really show you the true color of the coin. The toning. Here you can see with the camera. That thing looks brand new. Well, it's not. And let's see if we can squeeze this box back in here. There you go. Sorry about that. Come on. I think we were right around there somewhere. Alright, let's get back to this. Actually, too far. There we go. Let me move these over. There we go. There we go. Alright, 82. Large statement. Now these you want to look over a little bit harder. Not that you don't look at every coin. If you do find anything, variety, irregularity, due to the condition of the coin, it would really matter on a selling angle. So let's say anything with an error, or if it's a slight error, or a little doubling, or you have a better chance of getting a higher price for it. Now here, it's definitely a grease issue, and no doubt. We're gonna go ahead and check the weight. It's a zinc penny. Um, it's a tough call. I wouldn't even bother trying to list this as a grease error. Or try to pawn it off as one. But in this case, I could send it back to the bank or put it in with the copper stuff. In this case, and the high luster of this coin, and it does have a lot of interesting texture. I'm going to send it off to the copper pile with my Hunter's Delight. It's not a common looking coin. That's all. Does it have value? I don't think so. It looks nice. I'll just leave it at that. Let them decide. I always throw extra weight in my pennies. 175 pennies to a pound. There's more than that. When I send them out, you're gonna get a handful more. Definitely over 1 pound. Or if it's a 5-pound lot, definitely over 5 pounds. And that's odd. That's definitely PMD. What the heck did that? 05D. Always try to be a detective saying, how did that happen? 17. I know, I'm getting squeezed out here. I'm going to put that over there. There we go. What's that? 17 Philly. 89. With the dented rim. Some of them, they can go as far, that rim creasing. I've seen them past the lettering. That's the only one I'll really take another look at. Say, you know what, I may list it, being that it's very extreme. And not this one, 89. I'll let you go. 2011. Let you go. 2001. This looks like it was done from the rolling machine. It's a garbage coin anyway. So good. This is interesting. 92. Definitely PMD. 92D. But if it is a close AM, which it's not. The FG is nearly touching. And got damage. Nice try, 92. You're not the one I'm looking for. Alright. Oh, there you go, another one. 92D. It's got the wide AM. I want the close AM. And that FG would be far up the building. The A in States would be off to the right. And the A and M would be closer. But that's not it. This is the wide AM. 92D standard variety. And that's it. And that's the one that doesn't get you a good paycheck. That's it for that roll. Well, 2 rolls. I had to do a second roll. The first one was just so ratty. The second one actually was not a full disappointment. It had some different varieties, issues, coins. Nothing to put up on eBay to sell. Nothing really to take another look at. But there's a fair amount of copper in it. But it was fun. These are not guaranteed to, bring home the bacon on every roll. You got 50 rolls to go through in a box. I mean, you're guaranteed to hit something nice. Not guaranteed, but a good chance. Alright, so thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And hit the like up, I like the like. And most of all, comment. If you saw something along the way, say, hey, I saw this, or, this is my thoughts on that. And I love the comments. If you would, do that. I appreciate it a lot. And on that note, this is Gary from Gary's Coin Channel. Happy hunting. Remember, get those bankrolls. Spend a couple hours a day. It's very therapeutic. Take care.